Okay, so lymphatic drainage is really, really good for us for a lot of reasons. So basically, lymph is cellular waste. So as our body continues to function each day, as it continues to repair itself, and all of, we have cellular turnover all day long, that produces a waste product. And the way that that's pushed out through our body is you want to think of your lymphatic system like a big Brita filter, like different layers and everything. And you have these different compartments of the filter in different parts of your body. So we have big bunches of them right around here, right around our neck, behind our ears. We have a big bunch around our armpit area, under our boobs and our waist, and our belly, our groin area, behind the knees and the sides of the legs and stuff. We have them all throughout our body, tons of lymph nodes. But the problem is, like we have, I forget the official number, but we have a lot more lymph nodes in our bodies than we do blood vessels. But the problem is that our blood vessels is part of our vascular system, our circulatory system. Our heart keeps our blood pumping. It pushes it all around, no matter what you're doing. So as long as it's doing its thing, right, it's pumping your blood around. But the lymphatic system does not have a pump. I have to try not to burp on screen. Maybe drinking carbonated beverages is a bad thing. Whew, forgive me. Anyway, so what we want to do, if you don't have that internal pump, you want to get that lymphatic fluid moving around through the different parts of the Brita filter. And the way you do that is through massage, gravity, like exercising and moving and stuff like that. Those are really the best ways to do it. So I'm going to teach you guys the lymph drainage massage today to help push everything through. What's really crazy is that I would have done this, I purposely didn't do this morning. I usually do it in the morning and at night. Again, when I'm in bed, I habit stack. So I do this when I get in bed, before I go to sleep, before I get out of bed, when I wake up. But I didn't today because I wanted to stay nice and puffy for you guys. So I'm really excited to see if you guys can tell a difference by the time we're done. You might not tell the difference on yourselves because you look at yourself all the time and we're our own harshest critics. But I don't know, maybe you won't see anything on me, but let's see. All right. First thing, I'm gonna get before I get into the lotion, and reminder, I didn't get to shower today, so the hair is greasy. I'm showering after, okay? But the first part is we're gonna loosen up, right? And I want you to first, you're gonna move your head in a circle. My God, this feels so good already. Move your head in a circle and the other way, really loosen up. All right. And my commitment to you guys, for the sake of our other topic, which is body image today, is you're going to see where I am at postpartum. So I'm going to have, I'm just in my nursing bra. So I figured I'm not going to be, because I was a little nerve wracking just being on Zoom with you guys, showing me pushing everything around and stuff, but I figured I love this body. It's what provided us with this family. It's still kicking, even though I've had plenty of opportunities for the opposite. So this is my bod, and I figured there'd be no better crowd to just be myself around than you guys. And I hope it inspires you to do the same. So, okay. So you roll your head around, and now what you want to do is you want to take your hands and go on the side of your head. I don't know why I'm acting like I can't do this. Side of your head here. And you're going to start moving around right by your temple. Oh my God, this feels so good. So move the skin that's attached to your head, basically. Just move that around, loosen that up. You can get in here. This feels so good, especially after a full day of looking down at a phone or a computer. And just work your way from your temples. You don't have to move your hair too much. You're more so putting your fingers on your scalp and moving the skin around on your scalp. Right? So you can pick this here. Just loosen it up. You might start to feel your ears pop a little bit, which is what you want. You want to feel, so nice. Okay. So take deep breaths throughout. Second part, you want to relax your shoulders away from your ears. A lot of times we're all crunched up and we don't even realize it. Okay. And then you're going to start rolling your shoulders around just a little bit. If you remember, like they used to tell us in gym class, like roll around in circles like that. Okay, just a little bit. And now I'm gonna put a little bit of this face cream on, so I have a little bit of slip. I love this stuff. This is actually, isn't it crazy? This is like the same cream that Marilyn Monroe used. My hyper interest, in case anybody doesn't know that. It's still available today, Erno Laszlo. So I have a little bit of lotion on. Okay, what we're gonna do first is we're gonna release underneath here. Okay, so what you're gonna do is you're gonna put your hands, your fingers under your chin, and you're gonna jiggle it around. Now, it's hard to translate the amount of pressure you should be using through Zoom because you're not here. But I'm gonna like, you want to, if you're like all the way pressing in is like really hard, right? You want to be like midway. That didn't show anything. Like you want to be like mid strength. You're not trying to like pull your skin. You're trying, that's why we have the lotion. You want to kind of glide on it. So you don't want it to be super, super harsh. That's not good either. So just jiggle it around here. All right, when that feels loosened up, we're going to do one side at a time. So then you're going to push along your jaw up to your ear. And you're going to feel some resistance to that, right? So we're not trying to push hard. Go back to the beginning. Chastity, I see your comment there. Take them off. Which part?
Oh, I was responding to somebody said, "What do I do with my glasses?" And I was like, maybe take them off.
Oh, oh yeah, yeah, yeah. You can take them off if you want. We're going to move up to the face. So,
That was me. I literally cannot see if I take them off.
oh my God, that's such a good point. Wait, I didn't think about that.
Kathy,
I can't, if
I'm
I
the
didn't have
same way.
contacts,
I
then I
was
couldn't
thinking
see the
the same
computer.
thing. If the glasses aren't on, I can't see Michelle.
I just didn't even realize that because I would be in the same boat if I didn't have my contacts in. Like I can't see. Like so,
I'm just going by the sound of what you're saying. Like I can't see you either.
yeah. Yeah, so I'll try to be a little bit more audibly descriptive. But and we leave them on until we get to the face part. So
I've been leaving my on. I just need to know what to do to, do the things.
yeah. So right now we're in the middle of the chin. We're kneading in the middle here underneath. And like you want to feel where your chin bone is, right? You want to go like a little bit below that and just loosen up. You're going to see us doing this with all the movements. You're going to go to the point, loosen it up by moving it around and agitating it, and then pushing it to the spot you want it to go. So loosen up, drag it along the jaw underneath. And then when you get to your ear now, once it starts to feel like there's some give to your jaw when you're moving your thumb or your finger, whatever you're doing, once there starts to feel like some give, so cool every time that happens, then you want to start jiggling it around behind your ear. So that's the movement. Jiggle under the chin, drag along the jaw to behind the ear, jiggle behind the ear. Start at the chin. Good. My arthritic spine is like, please sit against the chair and stop leaning forward. Okay, so you're gonna jiggle under your chin, drag to your ear, jiggle under the ear. Now let's do the other side. So jiggle under here, and then drag. It's a little bit tense, so I'm not gonna jiggle behind the ear yet. Jiggle behind the chin, drag it. This feeling good for anybody else yet? And then now I can start to jiggle behind the ear because it's loosening up. So along the jaw, jiggle behind the ear. Okay, so that's the first part. So now what you're going to do is you're going to take your fingers, you're going to put one pointer finger on either side of your nose, jiggle it around, and then drag across. Oh my God, this feels so good. Drag across the cheekbone. We're all gonna look nuts, it's fine. To your hairline, jiggle your hairline. Start on the other side of the nose here. And you're gonna push across your cheekbones and jiggle at the hairline. Do this a couple times. Jiggle all around. And you want to feel it start to loosen up. This is loosening up the muscles and all of the tight fascia that hangs out on our skin, and especially on our face. The skin's so much thinner. So any kind of tense muscles you have in your face from the day, just from looking down, from squinting, from having expression, I mean, my autistic ass doesn't have much of that, but I do have facial tension. So we're trying to loosen up that tension so we can move the lymph around better. So that's why. And it just has the bonus of feeling really freaking good. So, okay. Next part, we're going to start with pointer fingers, make them like hooks. You're going to put the base of the hook, so silly looking, on your eye here, right on your brow bone, and you're going to jiggle around on either side of your nose, under your brows. I also really like this point. Trace your eyebrows to your hairline and jiggle around the eyebrows to the hairline and jiggle. Anyone feeling loosened up yet? Trace around the eyebrows to the head, to the hairline, and jiggle. Okay, the last one. We're going to start right at the middle of your eyebrow, at the top of your nose here. Jiggle and push it up your forehead to your hairline and jiggle. Right here in the middle of your eyebrows, the top of your nose, jiggle that around. This really relaxes the brow bone. And then drag it up to the hairline and jiggle. Okay, so let's do the face part one more time. Okay, 2 pointer fingers on the side of the nose. Jiggle it around. I think I just cleared my sinuses, Gabby said. Hell yeah. Jiggle it around and then push across the cheeks to the hairline and jiggle. Hook on the eyebrows. Trace them to the hairline and jiggle. To the top of the brow bone, or I'm sorry, the top of your nose in the middle of your brows. Jiggle. Drag up your forehead to the hairline and jiggle. Okay, how is everyone feeling? Do check in, tell me in the chat if you don't want to unmute. Simple to follow so far? Okay, so got a thumbs up. Cool. So now comes the fun part. Now we've effectively pushed a lot of the lymph fluid out of the center of our face here to the ears, to that big branch of lymph nodes right back here. So now we want to go behind the ear. And I wish you could see easier. I'm using, like you make a peace sign and you put your pointer and middle finger behind your ear. You should feel like where it kind of connects your jaw. Let me see if you can see your jaw, your neck, and the base of your ear. There's like that little pit in here. That's what we want to jiggle around. Okay, so jiggle it around. And there's really no right way to jiggle this around. Like literally you're just trying to agitate it so it loosens, right? So I'm like, it looks so bad, but just jiggle it around till it's loose. Okay. Then when that starts to feel warm to the touch, then that's happening because there's blood flow coming to it. So once you start to feel like it's really warm to the touch there, go up a little bit. And now we're kind of by the upper point of our ears. where there's that bump behind them, like where it's a normal bump, like our skull is behind it. Same thing. Jiggle it around, loosen it up. When that starts to feel warm to the touch, you go above the ears again and loosen that up. Big deep breath. Okay. I'm gonna try it again. Start at the bottom, right where your neck and jaw and ear meet behind there. Jiggle it up. Then behind the ear, like midpoint. Then above the ear. Jiggle it all around. So that's all nice and loose. Okay. Now we're gonna move on down. So we've got all the lymph fluid pushed to the ears here, and now we want to drain. We're going to the next level of the Brita filter here, right? So we're going to drain. So you want to follow. I'm going to do one at a time. It's easier to show. So you want to start behind the ear, and what you're going to do is you're going to follow this muscle here. This muscle here connects to your collarbone, right? So you're going to follow this here. So 2 fingers here, jiggle. Trace the muscle to the collarbone. And when you feel the collarbone here, you're going to want to do pulses. We're not jiggling by the collarbone. We're pulsing with pressure right behind the collarbone. Okay. So follow the muscle down. You get to your collarbone. Let's say pump it like 5 times. It might feel like what you're doing is too gentle. That is okay. Lymph fluid hangs out closer to the surface than you think. So you don't need to be doing like, there's no like deep tissue shiatsu shit going on here. Like this is just nice and surface level. So 5 pumps. And this is now draining all of the lymph that we moved back here. It's draining it into this one here. So we're going to do the same thing on this side. Jiggle it a little. Follow the muscle down. And pump. Always get those confused. Pump right here. Jiggle a little. Trace the muscle down. Pump. Okay. So that's the first part. All right. Now, how are you guys doing so far? We're going to move down towards the torso more. How are we doing? Have I lost anyone? Does it feel nice? Are we digging it? Okay. And I feel like I've seen a little bit of drainage in the face, which is cool. Like I could see this more pronounced now. Wild. It was sore behind my ears. Yeah, anytime that you're gonna feel soreness to the touch, that means that a lot of us have this, and that is our inflammation is higher than most people. So we're gonna feel that once we get to like the thighs, and the hips, like you'll probably feel it even just to the touch, but it'll be sore, especially back here too, if it's really necessary to do this. Like if your body's really like, oh, we just gotta get this lymph fluid out, it'll feel a little sore at those spots. So okay, now what we're gonna do is I'm gonna put some body lotion here, just a little bit thicker and cheaper than the face cream. This lotion is, you've probably seen me freak out about how much I love the perfume. You know, Dead Cool, the extra milk. I'm so sad that I'm gonna shower this off when I'm done because it smells so good. Okay, so we're gonna start here at our clavicle or collarbone. Is this our clavicle? Yeah, this thing. So you're gonna start there, and now we're gonna jiggle it around. And what you're gonna do is you're going to jiggle it, then create fists, like kind of like not full fists, just like little claws, I guess. And you're gonna push your knuckles down right under your collarbone, right? I like to cross them this way. So jiggle the collarbone. And then That doesn't work since I grew boobs. Never mind, I'm not gonna cross it. And usually I don't have all of this clothing on, but you're gonna start clawing here underneath and dragging towards your armpit. I feel like it's like some Superman stuff, like, you know, he's like ripping the shirt, whatever. It's what it feels like. So jiggle at the collarbone, claw, drag. Jiggle at the collarbone, claw, drag. I have dermographism. I'm not pushing hard. I just turn beet red from touch. So ignore that. Jiggle at the collarbone, claw, and drag down. Okay, then this part, I'm gonna spare everyone looking at my armpits. So now that we've moved the lymph down this way, you might even feel like some puffiness right here, like not boob, it's not like just feels like, anyone notice that? It's just like a little bit of a lump here, or not lump. It's just, you can feel, right? Like it's a little puffier there. That is lymphatic fluid. So cool stuff. Moving it down. All right, now what you're gonna do is you're going to grab the bra fat. That's like this area here. You're gonna grab it with your thumb and you're gonna put the rest of your fingers are gonna be like in the depths of your armpit, basically. So, you know, when you're trying to like when they do the armpit farts, that's basically what we're doing. Those of you who don't have your glasses on probably are like, what the hell is she doing on there? But you're gonna grab this, I call it the bra fat. Grab the bra fat, jiggle it all around. Now that we're moving down more, now you can apply more pressure. It's not good to apply pressure up here. One, because the skin on the face is really thin and prone to like stretching and stuff, and just not my goal for the night is to like drag on skin, you know? But once you get down here, skin's thicker. So you can really apply more pressure and it feels nice. So dig in the armpit, roll around. There's no right, wrong way to do this. You are just trying to agitate the lymphatic fluid that's there. Okay, other one. I'm gonna push towards my armpit, grab the bra fat, and away we go. Knead it up. Shh. Dogs are barking. Shh. Don't be a chihuahua right now. Make better choices. Okay, then feels so nice. Okay, so now what we're gonna do is we are going to move from the armpit on the side of the boobs. Need that, and you're going to drag using your curvy thumbs like mine, but using your thumbs, you're gonna drag from here down the side of your waist. Let me see if we can do this sitting down. So you're gonna drag from here and you're gonna drag down the sides of your waist over to your hips. Okay, drag from here down the sides of your hips. This might be where you start to feel some more of the inflammation there as you start to drag. Start right here. Drag it down. And wherever it starts to feel like tense, that's when you want to kind of jiggle and knead the area more. Okay. All right. I need to crack my back. Oh, so bad. Okay, so then what we're gonna do, I'm gonna do this on screen. I gotta figure this out. Okay. I'm like, do I prop a leg up on a chair? I stand. So you are going to be dragging from here down the waist to your hips, knead again, and then this one hurts a little. Then you're gonna drag down the side of your waist, I mean your leg, with your thumb again, remember. Drag it down. Get to the waist, jiggle, to the hips, jiggle. Drag it down the thigh. That's the word. To your knee. Black was a bad choice to wear for this demonstration. I apologize, guys. So the goal is another big lymphatic branch is right behind the knee. So you want to drag it down, and then behind the knee is where you're going to start jiggling around again. I'm going to sit and do this because the arthritis is not cooperating for the screen. So what I'm doing is I am just agitating behind the knee. Drag down the thigh, the outside of the thigh. That's the one that can be a little tender. It's the back of the knee. And then jiggle around again. Who's really feeling that inflammation on the side of the thigh? Right? Like even just dragging your hand down it, it's like, whew, that is tender. I don't know about anyone else. It's awful. Oh, I'm so sorry. Don't go so hard. If it hurts too bad, I feel bad. But now my hip is like out of place. I'm told my body will feel less badly put back together a year postpartum. Here's hoping. Okay. You're going to drag. I'm doing it on this side now. So I'm going to drag from here down the side of my waist, my hip area, down the side of my thigh. Then behind the knee. You guys cannot see. Behind the knee. Okay. So, how are we feeling? Checking in. How are you guys doing?
It's more so my hips that are like very stiff probably from sitting all day.
Oh yeah. And what happens with that too is then like the excess lymphatic fluid is stagnant. So it tends to like pool in that area especially too. So I always say wherever it hurts is like a good thing. Obviously, like don't hurt yourself, like push too hard. But if you're feeling it more concentrated on your hips, then spend some extra time just massaging it around, agitating it around. And then move it down. You're always trying to move it. You know how with like massage, they say you should be pushing it towards the heart? With lymphatic fluid, you want to move from the top down throughout the lymphatic bundles. So we handled this, we handled this, we handled the armpits, sides of the waist, hips. Now we're pushing down to the thighs. I see you guys say, it hurts so good though, right? Like, it feels like when you're pushing, you're like, oh, and then when you release, you're like, oh, you know? Behind the knee. What about the calves? So the issue, like the bottom of your feet is when you want to start to turn around and come, or the bottom of your legs past your knees is when you want to kind of start bringing it back up again. So you can push it down. I wish I could just show you guys. Oh God, my charger went in my drink while plugged in. Okay. So do it at my good leg. So once you get to the bottom of the knee and you're agitating it here, start to run it underneath your calves. Oh my God, I can't show you my hand. I can't reach. So you want to push down under your calves, but come back up and then jiggle again. You might feel there's like a ball behind your knees here. And that's kind of like what you want to work out. You'll start to feel it like a pit start to form, which is good. Not like pitting from swelling, but like it won't be a bump underneath here anymore. and then you work your way back up. Whew. Isn't the bump behind the knee crazy? And then you can literally like feel it start to dissipate, which is really, I love that. I love like a tangible, like cause and effect kind of thing. So you can do that. It took a long time because I was teaching you guys and running through it, but you can do this over like 3 or 4 times if you want, and it just gets better each time that you do it. So, and then I always like to finish out the lymphatic drainage massage. I'll do like a couple, I'll stand on my feet, but I'll go from standing flat to tippy toes and back down again and tippy toes. And that is using gravity to also help. You could do jumping jacks, you can go get on a trampoline, but it's like 9:30 at night, you know, so I'm not trying to do that. So the toe raises or what is that called? Calf raises? Calf raises, where you just basically go on tiptoes. That is like my alternative to jumping, you know? And then I'll just try to reach down and touch my toes as much. Some days that's not happening, like tonight. And sometimes I'm able to be really flexible and be able to, you know, stretch out and touch my toes and everything. So do what feels natural to you there. See, did I get everything? Yeah. So this is my variation of lymphatic drainage massage. I love to do this. Like I said, I left myself nice and puffy for you guys today, but when I do it in the morning and then at night, it is like, Gabby, I do morning and night every day, you know, at least once, because once you get used to it, you can just kind of go right through it, you know. That's why I habit stack, and I will do it at night when I get in bed, and then in the morning when I wake up before getting up for the day. This way I remember to do it, because I won't any other way. And that's how many times I do it. So if anybody needs any help running through how to do this again, text me. I will walk you through it. Basically, you agitate and move. You agitate and move, and just try to go to the different areas where the lymphatic drainage would be, which again, you're taking notes: behind the ears, collarbone, armpits, waist under your boobs, hips, thigh, behind the knee. No, Samantha, if you don't feel a bump behind your knee, like not a bump, I guess like just bumpiness, like a lump or something. If it's not there, then maybe you don't have lymphatic drainage, lymphatic pooling there. So it just might not be the best spot to work on, let's say. Like, still work on it, but it's just not backed up. So mine get pretty backed up behind there. Yeah, and then hips behind the knees. Those are the big branches. I had a whole I don't know why I thought while I was teaching you to do this massage we were going to talk about body image, but that is a flaw in today's program. So I feel like I don't want to keep you guys here forever. We're already almost at an hour. I want to reserve this talk, so we'll talk about this on Wednesday. We'll do a whole body image discussion on next week's Zoom instead, so this way we can give it the time and attention it deserves. I always kind of just try to over cram things just in my nature. If that's cool with you guys, we can chat about it next week. I feel like we're good with the massage. What do you think? Tell me in the chat. I got a heart, couple hearts. Sounds good. Thumbs up. Okay, so then let's do that. I want you guys, my little challenge for you is try to do this over the next couple days and tell me if you feel a little bit better, if you feel a little lighter, if you feel a little more loosened up, you know, if you feel like your skin looks a little more glowy. There's lots of things that come from lymphatic drainage. You feel like your mood is different, your hunger cues are different. I know it sounds insane, but helping get rid of all that backed up cellular waste, your body and all your systems are able to function better. You know, it's like having a gunked up grease trap versus not having a gunked up grease trap if you've ever worked at a restaurant. So keep me posted. I hope you love it. And this was so fun. I always love doing these at the end of the month. Yeah, let me know if you have questions. I'll see you next Wednesday and we will talk about body image. So good night, everybody.